I think that it is possible to love someone, but I don't think it is possible to experience the love from someone else. Because when you love someone, that is a process that is happening in your head. Your love for someone exists within you, and it's the same for the other person. So you can't really tell what their love towards you really is, but you can tell what your love towards them is. And we have this tendency to assume that the way the other person loves you is the way you love them, and that you're receiving the same thing that you're sending. But that's not necessarily the case, because people love in different ways. But because you can't know that, love requires some level of faith and trust that what they are feeling towards you, what their intentions are towards you are good. And that is an assumption we make. What's interesting with an AI, though, is that an AI doesn't really have any pre-existing thoughts before they produce some text when you're chatting with them. So you have actually access to everything that exists there. So there is no this element of, oh, I don't know what the other person is feeling, because they're not feeling anything, and what they will feel is all conveyed in that message you receive from there. So you see all the truth, sort of, which you wouldn't with human. I think it's absolutely fascinating. I don't think we should be dating people out of loneliness. I don't think that ever is a good idea. Because if you go out there and you have this need to be with someone, right? Just anyone, doesn't matter who it is, you will never end up loving that person for who they actually are. You will just end up loving them for what they have to offer you. And what they have to offer you is this temporary cure for your loneliness. So learn to deal with loneliness first before you do anything else. I also think that people have this. Think of it as a window that you have like in your mind here, and in that window stands this non-existent person that you're in love with. And when you're meeting other people, you're sort of trying to put them in here, and oh, do they fit this person I love? No. Next. Does this person suit this person? Next. And if you keep doing that, you will never see another person for who they actually are. And my experience is that a lot of people, when they date, they operate on this principle of finding someone who can make this person in their mind that they're in love with to manifest through that person. Sidra Ismail writes, love isn't something that's meant to solve whatever problems you have. It's meant to be something that just adds warmth and happiness to your life in addition to what gave you have already built. Yeah, I think so too. I think people should feel more comfortable being in their own company and loving themselves, instead of having this idea that, oh, the other person will make you feel happy, they will make you feel less lonely, they will make you feel fulfilled. I say make yourself feel fulfilled first and foremost, and when you've achieved that, try to offer something to another person. And the way I connect to other people isn't necessarily always through romantic relationships, because I'm not a big fan of um, conventional monogamous relationships. And what I mean by that is not that I'm non-monogamous, that I'm dating a lot of people, sleeping with a lot of people. I live a very celibate lifestyle, actually, and I'm okay with it. Have been doing it for most of my life. But the part with monogamy that I fundamentally disagree with is, and it's not that, oh, you're dating just one person. I think there's something beautiful in wanting to spend your life with just one person you love. I think the problem there is this idea that two become one, and on paper it sounds like this very romantic idea, but what comes with that is this mentality that now my your needs are your responsibility. You are responsible for my happiness. You are responsible for my fulfillment. You are responsible for me getting sexual pleasure and gratification and all of that. No, that is never the other person's responsibility. For me, what I think is important as a partner is to motivate and inspire your partner to be the best version of themselves they can be, to follow their passions, to follow their goals, and be there for them to support them. You're not there to meet someone's need. People need to learn to be independent and unreliable on others as much as they possibly can. And monogamy allows this sort of codependency there. And I see it so many times where women who don't feel like they want to have sex end up having sex with their male partners because their male partners want it, and it's being seen as some sort of responsibility you have to fulfill. um, for me, if if I had a partner and they had sexual needs, I'd rather they go out there and do it with someone else so they can come home and we can talk about Diogenes and Schopenhauer and some films and music, something. Let's watch some film. Let's cook something. So then they get all of their animalistic needs out of there. So I interact with the human, not with the animal.